to invite her, and then we have a family upcoming FFIUL and annuity. So yeah, that's all about me. And
JM, good morning, Donny. This is Anna. We're from Oakbrook Financial Center.
oh yeah,
Actually, we're in our getting ready to go to the airport. So JM is a rising star here with Myron and Rich is her SMD. So coming here, we were kind of thinking, oh, wait, what's gonna be our activity there? Is it just gonna be the convention? But little that we know, we have people to talk to here by
Vanessa.
surprise, and she recruited 3 people here already. So she's fired up to finish her GX.
Yeah.
And this is our new member here. This is Vanessa.
Yeah.
She will be.
Chairman.
Yeah, she
And my
understood.
sister right
She
there.
understood the business right away, and she's gonna take her license as soon as possible, and hoping to be licensed by the end of the month. And this is the sister of JM. Ate. The sister of JM. She will be. So we recruited her Saturday night, and the following day, the Sunday morning, she was in the convention, and she registered for the G26 as well.
Oh.
So they are really fired up here. And Myron and Rich, who is the SMD of
Oh, yeah.
JM, will be
Thank you,
coming
Tibo.
back and forth here in California to build them. Thank you for letting us share.
Thank you. All right. Yeah, it's like okay, maybe we can do 5 more minutes. Okay, like if we can keep maybe 1 minute to for sharing. Let's go. The test.
Keep it fast, like 30 seconds each.
Oh yeah, 30 seconds maybe. Yeah, less than 1 minute. Let's go, Tess.
Hello, good morning, Team Victory. Good morning, Donnie. Can't wait for your training. Just a quick sharing. I'm excited like everybody else's. Everyone in my team that arrived there were very happy, good bonding with the team and good message. So I'm happy 100% of the attendees that I brought. We're all going to G26 and we already lined up with activities because everybody declared to be GX and GXMD before G26. So thank you very much. Thank you for letting me share.
All right, awesome. Yeah, great progress. Edna?
Yes, good morning, Donnie. Thank you for hosting 30 seconds. We're still here in Baltimore, leaving in an hour here. And it's great to attend every WSB events because it keeps us fired up. So as soon as I arrive Florida, I will be going to the client right away straight and picking up a 200,000 check that I rolled over last Monday. It's already approved suitability, so just need the check. And as well as at 7:30 tonight, I will be meeting a friend who finalizing a protection. And tomorrow as well, 2 years in the making, a family of 3 are coming to the house and get them protected. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Marcella? Marcella, you there? You're still muted. Okay.
Good morning, everyone. I thought I'm not gonna be able to hear. Do you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes. Oh my God. So I was so fired up. I was so tired when I got back in Miami. Good morning, everyone. I think it was the convention and like my third event with WSB where like I was so focused on like learning so much, and it was like a lot of sessions and a lot of words, but words spoken were like so much about me, and I found myself in people's visions, people's like I wanted to have the same results, and I was so focused because I also for the first time had a teammate of mine, Valentina, and I was so excited for her as well to learn so much. And I would see like they're like when you compare it, I would be so proud about them. But they had so many questions, and they were like genuinely interested and curious, not only in getting our people's stories, but also like actually changing their lives because we would see like people coming from like very difficult life situations, um, different type of jobs, different industries struggling. Like they made it, and they are so humble. Imagine, and but one sentence that stood out to me was like, so many bad businesses nowadays just for other people to benefit and just make money out of what they're doing. Like, I don't know, cigarettes, vapes, whatever stupid things people are selling nowadays and worsening our health instead of offering this type of tools long-term care terms, all of these policies would actually cover expenses and they actually help you take care of your health and your loved ones. So why should we be shy and not open up our mouth and see what are we doing here? I'm like, oh my God, that was so eye-opening for me. Like we should be so proud of what we do here. And I'm very proud also of my outliner, Nina. She is really a big star and a presenter. So yeah, thank you for letting me share and see you soon all.
All right. Okay, like the yes, Floor. I think like I can only take up to Natalia. That's what I promised earlier. So I'm
Good
sorry.
morning, Team
Yeah.
Victory. This is Floor. So after the event in Maryland, we went straight to an appointment, and out of that, we have two campaigners and also three accounts. Thank you.
Great job. Thank you, Natalia. Last one.
Morning, Team Victory. Good morning, Johnny.
Good morning.
I met you, yes, in the line. You're a great spirit and a great leader, and I'm happy to see you here today. Awesome. I wanted to share, I wanted first to congratulate Natasha Cheban and Nina Cerescu, our amazing coaches and great leaders and great friends. They have the biggest heart and they took care of us and they made sure that everybody's taking care and everybody's learning and writing down their goals. And I made 6 friends while in Texas that they want to change their lives. I was thinking about last night about Canada, and then I remember I have a friend in Canada, and I text her, and she right away called me back, and she was in Mexico on vacation. I was so excited. She's like, "What are you doing? I know you for so long. We grew up together." And I told her about it. She's like, "Okay, tell me more tomorrow, because I have to go today." And I'm so excited for that. And also, I told my husband that I want to make 100,000 this year. And he said, "Okay, we're going to do this. I'm going to support you, whatever you need." And I'm excited for that. Thank you for sharing. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, that's amazing goal and making your declaration. All right. Thank you, everybody, for sharing. We're getting close on time, so I have to continue with my presentation. But please share your experience again tomorrow or tonight. All right. So today, I would like to talk about my experience. There's really nothing more that I can teach you after you guys went to lounge, right? But I just want to share my experience as the newbie, the scared one, and then the hopeful one. So it all started when Faye asked me, it's like, "Hey, let's go, everybody, the team, let's do drop by." So I prepped myself up, went to drop by, my first drop by ever. And I came back to the car, and my daughter said, "This is something you don't want to hear from a teenage girl. That you are acting like a teenage girl with imbalanced hormone." I was like, so let me explain. What happened was I was prepping myself at the car, right? I was like, okay, this is my first drop by. I got scared. I need to do something. And then so I was like prepping myself, hyping up, reading the script. I went to the office. There's nobody there. I was sad. And then I tried to prep myself again to be hopeful. And that's how it all started. However, when I think about it later on, I think this imbalanced hormone is not a sign of weakness, right? This is actually the cycle of growth. Because whenever when you are a newbie, you're trying to get like excited. You're trying to explore, and then when you really need to get to do the hard part, like for us, how can we really invite people to bring them to G26? That's a scary part. How do we talk to those people? But when everything go through, then we are hopeful again, and that's what I'm kind of feeling every day for every activities that I'm going through. Uh, and my situation, like within a day or even throughout a bigger span of life, I feel like I'm going through this. And my journey with WSB uh, also kind of mimic this cycle. And it all started back in 2018. I was not even a member of WSB, and I was teaching personal finance on my own at the church, at the library. And during COVID, I met Faye, my upline. I was trying to learn some business, online business stuff from with Faye. And fast forward, 25% inflation later, uh, in 2025, right? So even though we say inflation usually takes 3% per year, but the reality is for the last 5 years, it's been 5% every year. So 25% inflation later, I joined WSB. Why? Why did I join? And that is exactly the reason. Why is the reason? What do you mean by that? Why it stands for what hurts you. That's the pain. That's the pain. If you're talking about sales, they always talk about what is the pain, right? And my pain was my employer. The management team, they don't believe in giving pay raise or personal development. So I just got stuck there for years. And that's why after the 25% inflation, it really hurt me. So I was ready to join. However, uh, now again, when you talk about sales, right? But people always talk about, okay, you start with the pain and show them the future and then the solution. So in my case, how can I sell this idea to myself? I know my workplace was bad, and the last week before the launch, I tried to come up with some goals. My goal is to take my son to the beach more often, right? Whenever he wants, hopefully. And if we go there for a week with the hotel and everything, it might cost $500 to $700. That's the goal. But when I went to launch yesterday, someone shared a better story. They shared something that really hit me emotionally, right? So it's not just about the money, because sometimes when you talk about 500, 700, unconsciously you are thinking about 500, 700 is enough for me. But during the launch, they said like how to connect emotionally. So I try to adjust mine, and it says like make spontaneous beach getaway a natural effort of my family lifestyle. So these slides, I was gonna prove to you earlier that why GX doesn't work for me. Unfortunately, after the launch, everything got crushed, right? So we know that as an immigrant and no siblings or relative, apparently many people who presented at the launch, they have similar story. I have a full-time job and help take care of the kids. Well, there are many stories like that too, and then they still make it to Green Jacket. English is my second language. I know this is lame excuse, but hey, when you come up with excuse, you have to work hard, right? So that's what I do. Lastly, I think this requires some further discussion here. I cannot find people. I thought like finding people is really hard until this man at the lounge. His name is Mr. Ladu, I think. Like Ladu. He walked up to the stage at least 2 times to receive his awards, and he also give a presentation. And one thing that shocked me is I think he is blind. So if I say like I cannot find people and this guy can walk up to the stage and receive high achievement, I don't know what excuse should I do. That's it, right? And then when I reflect back again on my journey, actually for from the morning, the 5 o'clock, until the day before. I actually realized I was the blind one. I didn't see the people around me. When I reflect back at 5 o'clock when I fill up gas, there was a lady that I talked to, but I didn't invite her at the gas station, right? And then uh, there is the lady who helped me check in. I didn't invite her either. And also there is a man who helped me check out at the hotel. I didn't talk to him either. So I was the blind one, definitely. And thanks to Mr. Ladu here for showing up at launch and share his experience. And it just opens up my eyes. I know I have my weaknesses and all that stuff, but I think I don't have excuses anymore now. So, in conclusion, I know we all gonna be scared at some point. And one of the final story from Coach Swan that captured my the entire uh, feeling of scared. He told us, right? I think if whoever went to the lounge remember where he said he was scared, he was shaking, and he was able to solve a policy to his friend. And when he asked his friend, "Why did you buy?" His friend said, "Because you suck so bad. You cannot, if you shaking like this, I don't think you can lie." And that is really what it tells me is you just have to have faith in the process in and then you will eventually find somebody who will believe in you, who supports you. And I think the key is just to be out there and keep sharing your story, including in this daily meeting. Uh, that's all I have for my presentation, and I would like to call the green jacket. I believe it's Miss Donna Reyes.
Yes, Johnny, that's so awesome. Oh my gosh, where did Faye and Ben find you? You're such a gem. But before I close, would like to hear from our SABC coach, Victor Salvador.
Good morning. Hello. Good morning, Donnie and Donna. Wow. Perfect combo of names, right? But I'm glad now you can see Donnie because that's why we bring you to convention, right? Is so you can see what we see, do what we do, right? And do what Ladu does. Ladu is in our team, actually. He's under Divine Dewey in Oak Brook. So he is part of Team Victory, part of the Rise team of Mia Rosal. But yes, there are so many great stories. And, you know, if you attended convention, I want you to think this way, right? I want you to think that in the next months or even years or even decades, I want you to formulate your own story. I want your story to be a great story that will inspire thousands of people in the future. Because that's really what we're supposed to be doing, right? Is our purpose here. I hope your purpose has changed. I hope it's not just about, of course, it starts with our family. And some of us have been lucky enough to take care of our families and be secure and financially independent. But there's so many more families that are not, right? And I was touched by your story because I shared about my son growing up and how I was so scared when I started the business. So anyway, so I wanted to ask everyone a question this morning, a very important question. How many of you found out this morning that the registration link for G26 was closed? You guys know that? You guys know that, right? And then how many after you saw that announcement, you were like shocked and sad because you don't have enough tickets, right? A lot of you are like, oh shoot, I plan to have 50 people, 30 people, 100 people this convention, and you bought like two, or you bought like five, or in your team you have 10, but you were planning to bring 100 or 50. So I want you to remember that feeling. this morning when you woke up and you saw, oh my God, or last night even when I was warning everyone, there's only 400 tickets left in the last half hour. So the reason why I'm telling you this is maybe, I'm not 100% sure. So they cut off registration last night because it reached 10,000 and they're saving 5,000 more tickets, I believe, for Toronto next week. So why I'm saying that, Melissa, is I know you have over 200 right now, but I know your goal is 1,000 and you declared it on stage. So this is your chance now that you have that feeling to use that feeling to be urgent this time. Not busy. Yes, we have to be busy getting our appointments, getting this jacket. You like this jacket, right? Those of you who are, yeah, not to be too busy. Yes, you have to be very busy, but not too busy to be big, right? So if your goal is whatever, right, and your ticket count is only a fraction or small percentage of that goal, you have this next 7 days, 6 days until Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern, which is 12 p.m. Central, which is 10 a.m. Pacific. And I know this because I know this. They will reopen the link for 180 for Canada. But there's no way they can tell who. In fact, I'll tell you a secret, right? Out of the 10,000 tickets, 500 Canadians registered in ours. So what does that tell you? Out of their 5,000 tickets, we're going to take a couple thousand. Okay? But you have to be ready. You have to have the mindset. You have to prepare. You have to have the logistics. You have to have the tickets. You have to have the credit cards. You cannot wait till the last minute like yesterday and say, okay, I'll collect it at the convention. And you found out, oh my God, everyone's busy. They're tired. They want to eat, like Alicia Nguyen said, and Pomona. Okay, so Lloyd, I know how many you got. It's not enough, right? Those of you who want this jacket, okay, if you want this jacket, how many GXers are you supposed to produce? 3 plus you, 4 in 3 months, which means in 12 GXers, right? 12 GX in the 3 month span. So how many recruits is that? Minimum, maybe 30. And you have 5 tickets. You are not planning to win. You're recruiting to get a jacket. You're selling to get a jacket, but you're not selling and recruiting and to build. Because building means you're going to bring people. Don't be selfish. Don't have that feeling that you have from convention just stay with you. You have to share it, right? It's join, own, share. Okay, so you gotta own this convention. Okay, I can't stress that enough. G26, we gotta own this. Okay, my NetCO team, I mean, I was somewhat happy. We are leading all of WSB. We have over 800 tickets. And Alicia Nguyen, as soon as she landed last night, midnight, here in California, she said, oh my God, how'd you get to 800, right? I'm like, I'm not kidding around, Melissa. If I want 4,000, I have to lead the charge with my NetCO team. And I'm not happy with 800. I'm supposed to have 1,000 by last night and another 1,000 by next week. So that's the mindset, right? Of a domination team, of not a winning team, a domination team. That's the mindset of making history. This is the last convention I'm going to attend where I am disappointed with our attendance. And I hope you feel the same way. Okay. So 1 week, get those cards, get those credit cards, get 5, 10, 3, 2, whatever tickets. But they will, those, okay, Faye, those 5,000 tickets. And I know Faye and Ben, awesome job, right? 100, because that's their goal. But again, those 5,000 tickets, if you think 10,000 went by so fast, imagine this. How many people around the country right now in the US are like, oh my God, it's closed. I can't register anymore. How many do you think will be waiting at 1 p.m. Eastern on Sunday to try Stella to buy those tickets? You're lucky if you can get in one time, because more than 14,000 people will try to buy tickets at the same time for 5,000 seats. So anyway, I am just excited, fired up. But now, of course, as I texted everyone, it's time to work, right? It's time to get two things done: recruits, right, and registrations. Okay, GX and registration. So Joyce is saying, stop, stop. I'm like, no, you cannot stop me. I am going because I am so frustrated and excited at the same time. Okay, so Donna, sorry, you take over.
Oh, that is closing. There's really not much to say after that. I was not shocked that it was sold out, but I was sad because we had 19 as of not last night, and we were shooting for 100. So, can you guys hear me okay? Yeah?
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
So yeah,
I
so
stopped you.
we were shooting for 100. So yeah, you better believe it. We're gonna be watching for that, for when it opens again in Toronto. We're going to Toronto, by the way. So my only thought, I guess, from Donnie, well, from what Donnie shared as well, is that I think at every point in our WSB campaigner journey, we should always feel like a newbie, right? We should always feel excited, and we should, in some ways, we should always be scared, like good scared, right? Like, let's take it seriously when our coach says, you better register and not, and don't be with, well, I hope, no one really like just waited and everything, right? But we take that seriously. We should really get scared for what our future would bring in this campaign if we don't really step up and level up, right? But also at the same time, I'm happy to know that we have a little bit of a chance on Sunday, right? Not a lot, so we should really be ready for it, right? Collect those cards like Victor said, and be hopeful, right? So that we can bring more people, we can spread hope, around us. Excuse me. We are not just system builders, we are hope builders, right? And so that's what we bring out there. And like Donnie said, right, we talk to everyone, right? Let's not be blind, and let's just go out there and bring more people into our campaign. For those of you who weren't able to share tonight, Team Victory Call, 9:30 p.m. Central, 7:30 p.m. Pacific. And then I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Thank you.
I have a few extra tickets for 275 for those of you who snooze.
That's what I was thinking for my team. For those
Okay.
who sign
It's
up.
up to you guys. I have plenty of tickets. All right. Anyway, thank you guys. We'll see you tonight. Okay. Let's go.
Thank you.
GX,
Thanks,
Kahuna,
Thank
Rising
you.
Kahuna,
Thank
Black
you.
Jacket.
Good
Thank you,
job,
everyone.
Danny.
All right, let's
Thank you.
go.
Bye.
You.